I welcome you all the divas once again, and today's topic is on blogging. Uh, some of you are already ace bloggers, probably some of you have just started, probably beginners, and some of you are still planning to start your blog. So I hope this session will be helpful in some way for all of you. Hi Neva, hi Kavita. As I told you, some of you must be already blogging for quite some time. Some of you have started and some of you are kind of planning to start. So what do you feel was the biggest challenge that you might have faced when you started, if you are already doing blogging, or you are facing right now when you have just started or you are planning to start? So I feel that one of the most important challenges is the content. So you need to, so you wonder what to write. There's so much on your mind, what to write, how to write, on what topic to write. So for me, blogging is just like expecting. So your first blog is just like expecting your first child. So you are apprehensive, you are full of emotion, there are so many things that are on your mind. So and definitely it's special. So I'm not saying your second child is not, but yes, your first child is always special. So same way, your first blog is always special. Yes, we'll come to the challenges once again. So as I was saying, your first blog is always special. And well, like parenting, when you are expecting your next child, you are already a bit you already kind of a bit trained, or you already know, you are been in the game, so you already know the rules. So similarly with blogging as well, as you keep blogging, you kind of keep improving your second blog and so forth. So for today, we will start off with the topic like how do you start your blog. Next, we'll move on to some of the basic elements of a good blog, and definitely how to monetize your blog with some simple ways probably. Okay. So the first, I hope this is better. Okay. So the first one is how to start your blog. So the first and foremost thing is to sit and think that what is the niche on which you really want to write. So you will think that, okay, I'm good at giving some parenting insights, or I'm very passionate about makeup and beauty. Probably I am fitness enthusiast, or I'm a fitness instructor. So think about, the first and foremost thing is to think about the niche or the main thing that you want to talk to your audience. So that kind of gives you the first thing that, okay, this is the blog, this is the topic on which my blog or my entire website, entire blogging portal is going to be on. Next, you come to the name of the blog. So you have two things are most important: the name and the niche. So again, name is something, again, if it's a personal blog, it is something very personal to you. So you can think about a name that you feel explains your blog or your writing or your passion the most profoundly. So that is kind of an individual choice again. So once you have the name and the niche, then you generally choose a platform on which you need to start blogging. So generally we have platforms like WordPress, then we have Blogger. WordPress being the popular one because there are a lot of templates and there's a lot of customization and that you can do even at the free level. So there are different levels. So there are different levels of kind of customization and what you get in different plans. But at the free level itself, it's a self-hosted blog. So there's a lot of options there. So the popular choice is WordPress, but there are others as well, like Blogger. Then suppose you have started blogging and you want your blog to grow a bit. Then you have to go for something like a web hosting. So once you go for web hosting, then you have to choose a platform. A web hosting is nothing but a web server who kind of sells you that space for your blog to grow, where it kind of keeps the content of your blog, and then you can share it to the audience all across the globe. So your blog, your content, your images, or your entire framework, that is kind of stored on that server online. So you can either buy it, go for a basic plan. So some of the very popular web hosting platforms are like Bluehost, then we have the HostGator, and also we have something called the DreamHost. So you, as a basic blogger for beginners, it is better to start with WordPress and start developing the blog or your website a bit, and then you can move on to some paid plans through these web hosting platforms. So you get a basic plan, and then you can also move on to other other plans where you get some other benefits or some other options as well. Now next you have the design part of your blog. So again, with WordPress you have some kind of you get some free templates and some designing that you can do. So if you are a beginner, stick to some basic design. Choose a photo from the, either you have it on your own or you get from the net. Choose something which kind of depicts very nicely what your blog is all about. One more important thing is choosing photographs, be it for your main website domain or for the blogs. Never go for images which have a copyright disclamation. So there are a lot of websites like Free PNG, then you have other places, Free Pics and all, where you really get free pictures. So never ever go for a image which has a copyright disclaimer, because it can come back to you anytime from the person who has actually uploaded it as to why you have used such a his or her image. So on these free websites, at the basic plan you get a lot of images, so you can just put in your keyword or your blog main topic of your blog or website, and you can definitely get some good images from there. Again, don't choose images which has a watermark on them. So you will be able to figure out, there'll be probably some lines, or there'll be a image that kind of on the or the logo of that particular organization or the person there. So avoid using any such images for your blog. The content as content definitely for the inside the blog, and also the main overlook. Yes, a Medium is also a good blogging platform, but yes, probably you will get a bit more customization options if you are going for WordPress. And yes, Shreya, the paying is definitely expensive. So as right now the basic thing is to go for WordPress. So you have to understand, there's something called WordPress.com and there's something called WordPress.org. So one is in WordPress.org, you are kind of hosting your own blog, and in WordPress.com you also get a free domain and then a kind of web hosting as well. So you can just kind of Google or probably check out what is your requirement, and you can always go in for WordPress.com or org. The basic plans, as I said, is good enough to start or at least kickstart your blogging thing and going forward. And there are a lot of templates. You can add a lot of in terms of embedding your videos, and there's a lot of options and the free basic plans as well, which is very good to go to start with. Okay, coming to the next point, so design part. So we have covered the name, the niche, the hosting part. Obviously hosting part, when you really want your blog to grow and reach a more number of people, when the content in your blog is really kind of overwhelming, so you have a lot of content to put in. You have been putting a lot of content in terms of videos, images and content. So once your blog starts growing, you probably want to go for a web hosting for a particular domain name, so that it kind of, you get a dedicated server space for keeping your blog, or to keep your blog live and reach the right audience. Then we have covered a bit of design as well. Yes, we'll come to that. I'll come to that, the monetizing parts towards the end. So that we'll come to it in a while. And definitely how to start your blog is how you kind of schedule your blog, and what is the kind of pattern you want to follow, that I'll post one blog a day or probably in 2 days, and how you want it to reach to your viewers, or how you want, where all in the social media platform you want to take your blog to. So that kind of brings you to the first, that is the setup of your blog, or you just start blogging. And definitely your content is the most important part when you start blogging. So the refreshing, new, updated, innovative content is what kind of the kind of blog that people content probably we would be looking for, because there's so much of content on every niche, every topic online. So you have to really think what is your USP, or what new you are going to offer to the audience. Okay, quickly going on to the elements of a good blog. So as you said, you want to, like, for monetizing a blog, you really have to do that extra bit to kind of dress up your blog. So whenever you are going out, you want to look impeccable from head to toe. So similarly, you have to dress up your blog, you have to dress up your articles in such a way that it kind of gives that good impression. You are able to share it, and you are able to kind of leverage the different monetizing options as well. Okay, the first one, starting from the top, is the heading or the title. So it should be indicative of what your blog is all about, and it should at least prompt or urge the audience to look at the first paragraph of your blog. So there, on WordPress, there is a certain limitation of the number of words or number of characters that you can put, but yes, sometimes longer titles are sometimes preferred in today's trendier titles. So look for, when you are searching for the keywords or searching for other information, so look for the kind of titles that people have given to their blogs, or the trending titles that they have put in. It can be a bit longer as well, as long as it fits within that WordPress limit, allowed limit. Then the starting, obviously you can I'm not kind of going into the intricacies of that how to write good content. So it can be, definitely it can start with some humor or story or anything of that sort. So it depends on the kind of blog or the kind of niche that you are writing on. Okay. Second most important thing we generally leave out, one most important thing, is the meta description. So the meta description is the snippet, or that is the part that Google picks up from your blog, and it is kind of features when it is listed there, or will probably the part which people will search when Google will help them search for your blog when it is listed there. So never keep a meta description on your blog empty. So you definitely have to put your meta description. There's something called a featured snippet nowadays. So you must have seen that when you type something in Google, the first article or the most popular article which comes, there's a snippet which comes on the top, like the list or something, and then there's a link. So that kind of featured snippet, if your featured snippet is really good, or you keep adding it, when Google is listing them, that will kind of come up, and that is one of the major SEO tip that nowadays marketers or people or online marketers have been giving people. So that featured snip is there, but yes, that's probably a long way to go once your blog has listed on the top, on the front page of Google. But yes, never leave your meta description free. No, never leave your meta description empty. Coming to is the keywords. Okay, keyword, as you know, it's very important for search engine optimization, that is SEO. So that is, your keywords is basically how your blog will be listed, or when people particularly searches for something, how your blog will come up on Google, whether it will come up on the first page, or how good it will be for people to find your blog with that particular keyword. Now there are two different types of keywords which are there. One is the short keywords, which are called the seed keywords. So it can be a single word. For example, if somebody is writing an article on yoga mats, I'm just giving an example. So yoga mat, some eco-friendly yoga mats probably. So yoga mat or eco-friendly or just yoga can be the keywords, okay, for person who is searching. So think from the perspective of the audience. So these short keywords, these are the keywords which are the seed keywords. So these you need to probably include in your article when you are writing on this niche. And there is something called a long tail keyword. So here a person might be searching like, what is the best or the top 3 eco-friendly yoga mats. So these are the long tail keywords. So these also you can include in your content, but yes, in case of keywords, for both the cases, it shouldn't be deliberate. So it should be subtly put, and you should put the keywords wherever necessary. So you can decide like 3 to 4 times in the entire content, I'm going to put the seed keywords like this, and probably 1 or 2 long tail keywords like this. So these keywords usually help your content to get listed. So there's a big topic on keyword research. That is where you must do a keyword research before you start writing your blog, and if you want your blog to get monetized. So there are a lot of ways in which you do a keyword research, like you go for sites like BuzzFeed, then you have Google Trender, then you have the BuzzSumo, or even you have Reddit, Quora. So these are the popular keyword research tools which kind of gives you the trending keywords. You might have thought of a topic in your mind, like, okay, I want to write on yoga mats, but what is the exact keyword that people would be using, or which Google would be using for listing your blog? So how can you list or rank high? So these are some of the research tools that you can use, or you can check other competitors, or you can also keep checking articles which are really trending on, say, popular websites like Forbes or anywhere, or related to your niche, and you will find that particular keyword. And keywords should also be there, as I mentioned, it should be there in your entire content, but subtly put in a way, and your content shouldn't be like totally impregnated with keywords. It should be used twice or thrice, that way. And your keyword should definitely feature in your title, and it should definitely feature in your meta description. And when I was discussing title, I missed something. Sometimes there's a subheading as well. So there also your keyword should have featured. So there's a title, and then there is a subheading. So there it can be the title itself, or you can just elaborate in a word, with an extra word or two, what exactly you are going to talk about in the article. Okay, and as I told you, meta description you can't leave out, because Google generally, if it is not mentioned, it picks up the first sentence of your blog and it puts in the record. So it might not be the actual thing. You might be talking about something as it doesn't necessarily mean your first sentence is the actual topic of your blog. So never leave out the meta description. Talk about it. What exactly are you going to talk about in your blog, what it features on, and definitely include the keyword. Then subheadings. Now definitely your content goes into paragraphs. So that is also important, because it helps in SEO, it helps in search engine optimization, it helps in navigation, and it kind of helps the reader to go through the content as well. Okay, now coming to images, all your images in a blog should be optimized, in the sense that it should have a proper we generally don't optimize images, we just take it from the internet and put it. But yes, use URLs like the tinyjpg.com to put in your image there and get an optimized image. So it kind of preserves the quality, and it also helps your blog to get a good ranking on Google or for search engine optimization. Okay, then your grammar check, definitely. Second thing is looking for trending topics. So like hemingwayapp.com is a very good hemingwayapp.com is a very good place for looking for trending topics. Then keywordseverywhere.com, this is a very good topic. When you give if you give a trending topic, it will give you back the keywords that you should use in your blog. So there are various resources like this, and one more important resource which I have listed it down is like answerthepublic.com. So here what happens, people generally ask Google. So Google is meant for that. So we generally ask Google. So you will see on a particular topic, they will give you the kind of questions people will ask Google on that particular topic. So from that you know what the audience is looking for, and the kind of keywords that you need to put inside your blog. So these resources I'll put down in comments. So these are some of the resources that you can use, online tools. Then we have SME Rush, but it's a bit high end. It does SEO auditing, it does tracking, ranking a lot, but it is also a good one for your website for keyword research. But yes, it's a bit high end. For beginners, the other ones are quite workable. So this one, so again when it comes to meta description, as I told you, don't leave it. You can have something called a plugin called Yoast, which is there on WordPress. I'm sure a lot of people of you have used it. So there also it kind of helps you to frame that right meta description that can help Google to rank your article or blog as well. Okay. Then yes, the media, you can't leave out the media tags as well. So this one, when you're sharing on social media, so that there also the tags that we put, so those tags are also the important keywords that you should key in. So whenever you're sharing on social media, those tags will kind of take your article anywhere and everywhere. Okay, so you can, and images, as I told you, don't go for copyright images. Go and just think, don't go for watermarked images. If you are using a logo or anything of that sort, always go for a PNG image which doesn't have a background, because a white background, if you have an image, if a white background doesn't look good. So if you are making it, go for just write PNG image, your topic PNG image or transparent image, or go for clip art image. So those doesn't have that white background. So it is always easier to pick up those images, free images, and make your cover photo. So there it has to be very, very attractive. So use those kind of images which kind of doesn't have a background. And there are, if you are not finding any, there are tools online to convert a white background image to a transparent image as well. But yes, there's a certain loss of clarity and not all images will come out good, but you probably will be finding good images on these free websites. Or the main point I want to throw across is, don't go for any watermarked image or which has a checkered background, because it kind of mars the overall effect of the image. Inside, when in the blog also, whenever you are using an image, give the source URL, give a description for the image, because it helps the reader also to, if you talk a line about the image, it helps the reader also to connect with your blog better. Use optimized images with websites like tinyjpg.com. Go there, optimize your image, and then take it. Okay, so and also, if you have a tip kind of a topic, if your blog is a tip kind or a pointer kind, try to make some images of your own. So you can use your watermark or your logo or your name somewhere and watermark it and use, so that it is totally your image, your copyright. So just write just one image and write the tip or something. So because must be knowing that 80-20 rule as well. So most basically that applies for social media posts. So where 20% of it content and the image and the entire overall this thing should speak for your for the content, for what you're trying to see. Always add a CTA, that is a call to action, at the end of the blog mostly. So you can either end with a question, or you want to tell them to subscribe somewhere, you tell them to like and share. So always put it or put your own bio with this thing, or how they can reach you. So all these you put it towards the end. So there's a good CTA, there's a people who would have read it, who would have liked it, probably go and subscribe to my blog, give a link. So always that connect remains. Okay, so these are mostly couple of basic things. I'm just talking about the basic things that are elements of a good blog. Now coming to the most important part, so how to monetize your blog. Okay, so I'll be talking about some of the basic simple ways, or some of the ways which I've seen working myself. The first one is that you wouldn't expect your blog to get monetized from day one. So basically you have to build your blog first. So build your blog in such a way that it gradually gains the subscribers, it gains that connect with a niche of people who would probably become your followers. So gradually it kind of build your blog with a good content or good design or anything that kind of will help you to monetize your blog. Okay. The first thing that you need to do with your blog is to extensively share it on social media. So share everywhere with the right hashtags and make it known, or make it kind of spread the news everywhere. So you need to kind of put in the relevant platforms. Next comes, the first important thing is affiliate marketing. You must have heard this jargon or this term quite a lot when it comes to online blogging or in the online digital world, digital marketing. So affiliate programs are programs where probably a brand, which is a big brand, they will kind of pay you a commission or a part, or if your blog, if you write about that and you kind of, they get a sale from your blog. If a sale is generated through your blog, they kind of pay you a commission. So some of the best affiliate programs in India currently, there's Amazon Associates. So they have, you can register for free, but yes, there are certain conditions that you should have so many bloggers, so many followers, or your DA should be this. So once you fulfill the criteria, you can go on and you can register for free, and the payout can be like as high as 12% of the ad sale. Then we have Flipkart. So Flipkart also offers affiliate programs for bloggers. So there also the pay can be as high as 15%. So it depends on the criteria that they have put in. Then we have Optimize, which also gives a good rate. GoDaddy, as someone just mentioned, GoDaddy is there. They have their affiliate program. Big Rock is there with their affiliate program. eBay is there. Then we also have from Make My Trip. So all of them, if you go to their site, there will be somewhere it is mentioned affiliate program. Look for that. Go and click on that and check out what are the conditions, and you can obviously start. Again, there are some criteria that you need to fulfill. So first you need to build your blog. So for that, as I told you, you probably won't be able to monetize from day one. So a good way to start is to build your niche and go for product reviews. So what happens in product reviews? Suppose in parenting, suppose you have been building your blog, you have reached out to a lot of people, you have a lot of subscribers on your blog, then you are on Instagram and on the social media platform, then you can approach brands for product reviews. So you can always approach a brand, say maybe Sebamed. So if you have a good reach, you can approach them. Okay, they'll take a look at your blog, and they actually, brands also come up with these offers where they showcase a product and they want you to write about a review of that product. So generally they send you the product, and some of the bigger brands also pay you to write. So they send the product, you kind of use it, they want your honest reviews, they have a platform. Even Johnson & Johnson, so I've done it for a couple of other parenting brands as well. So some of them run campaigns, mostly when they have launched a product. So they send you the product, you are supposed to use it, and you are supposed to write about it on your blog as a review, and some of the brands also pay you to write that review. Then once you are an established blogger, or you have a particular niche where you have been writing, guest blogging is something through which you can kind of earn. So there are people who would probably want to put in content in your blog. They want to do a guest blog, or if it is a listicle kind of a thing where you have listed something, they want that list, their probably company or brand to be listed in that. They will write to you, and if you have if you are in a position that you are good at a certain stage, then you can charge them for that as well, and vice versa. Like I have done it for when I have written for digital marketing companies. So I used to get a lot of mails where, okay, you can include my name. Suppose I have written on top 10 SEO tools. So I have got in mails that, okay, if you can include or this thing as the list, because this blog, if it ranks high, like a couple of my blogs have been ranked on the first page of Google. So when that is done, so they know that the reach is huge, and the companies also, for whom I'm writing, they also kind of monetize or bring in revenue, these kind of articles. So at that they are willing to pay you as a blogger, and the people who are watching in the come to the top 10 list or top 10 listicle, they will definitely come to kind of approach you or the company. Yeah, talking movie reviews. So yes, there are a couple of websites. There are certain places, probably you can just Google it, but I know that there are places where people are get paid for writing movie reviews. So one most important thing is that here is most important thing is the niche. So if you are really want to monetize and you really want to go forward as a blogger, choose a particular niche. You will be known as a book blogger. If you're a book blogger, people come and pay you for writing, give you a book, and they pay you for writing that review of the book. So product review definitely is a good way to start off. Like when I started my blog, obviously I didn't monetize it at all, but gradually when I started to grow brand, I had brands coming up to me, or probably people who want to write, because I was being a part of, I had written a few book reviews just like that. So because I love books, I've written just like that, and I started sharing. Then when people found out that okay, this person writes book reviews, so why not send them a book? So initially it was just the book they used to send. I said that okay, that is fine, I will write a review. Then gradually it is the along with the, I mean it was the kind, but gradually start people sending both the cash and the cash and kind as well for product reviews and say. So that ways, if you can, it's a good way to start, and gradually once you build your brand, or you build, it's your blog is your brand, so you can build it, it will definitely bring in revenue as well. And again, guest blogging, as I said, you can invite someone, and you as can also write as a guest blogger on someone else's blog, and they will invite you, and definitely that is also where you can monetize that. Okay, I'm a niche blogger in this particular field, I will charge you for writing an article for you. Similarly, podcasting, like we have done something like here as well. So if you have, suppose you are in the beauty blog, if you're a beauty blogger, you can take up a tutorial or ask someone from the industry that okay, I want to invite someone who would probably only talk about eye makeup. I want my audience to know about that. So okay, so once you're inviting that person, or probably someone approaches you, that tutorial, that video tutorial which is there, a podcasting, they can, your audience can download it later and they can see. So there also you can put in a charge, obviously when you have a good number of audience, or you have a good number of followers or subscribers. Email newsletter. So email newsletters are also, it's not exactly a way to monetize your blog, but yes, the email list and email marketing, that is a way for you to grow your subscriber, and once you can grow your subscriber, you will definitely be able to monetize as well. And first and foremost is the freelancing thing. So freelancing, once your blog has a good collection of articles on a particular niche, you are free to do freelancing, in the sense that whenever I approach a particular brand, or I see an ad when it's a paid content, they will ask me where are the samples, so show us samples. So at that point in time, I'll share okay, this is the sample, this is the category of sample. So you should be in a position such that you will be able to share your samples to that right perspective if you are writing in that particular niche, and if they like it, then they'll ask you for freelancing, and that's a great source of income if you are doing it on a regular basis. And that kind of comes from the blog itself. So the kind of content you have written, show them the content that you have written for other brands, so specifically send those, so they have a kind of trust, and they kind of trust your credibility as well. Okay, now one more thing here, important thing is here, if you have written for some other brand, suppose you have written for it can be a small brand, or it can be a person for whom you have written, always share that article in your blog as giving a backlink. Either you can put it as an article and say this has been published somewhere, so that there's no plagiarism, or there's no someone is not able to get back to you, but always put it there, because if they are sharing and if you are also sharing, it kinds of a double benefit for you as well. So don't put the exact thing, and don't miss giving a credit for that to the other place where you have written, or you can just simply add the backlink, and that way you can share it on other platforms where sharing is probably blocked from others. So your blog, no one will probably stop you from sharing. So you can always put it as a backlink in your blog, right? Again, give a description that what is it, give a good cover image, and you can always put it there. Then register yourself with platforms in India like Indie Blogger, Blog Adda. So Indie Blogger has been a really phenomenal platform where I've learned a lot, and it has helped my blog grow as well. So they have currently, because of the lockdown, there's been a kind of a bit of a slowdown, but they arrange for a lot of affiliate programs, and they arrange for a lot of campaigns where you get to attend the program, you get paid for writing, and your blog kind of reaches a huge number of audience. So whenever I blog something, since I'm registered on Indie Blogger, I immediately go and put my blog there, whatever suppose I'm putting I've been writing on my blog. So it kind of reaches, right now I'm not sure about the monetization part because they have kind of stopped now, but yes, earlier we used to get, we have attended campaigns from Dabur, from Colgate, and a lot of other brands who specifically used to arrange for these bloggers meet, which kind of helped your blog to grow, networking, and obviously they used to pay you as well for writing a blog, sometimes in cash, sometimes in kind, in terms of voucher and everything. So product reviews and these campaigns that you can get hold of. Now a lot of brands are also running online campaigns, so I'm sure if you go to your particular niche, you will be able to figure out, or you will be able to catch hold of those brands who offer this right now. And sponsored content, there are people who would probably pay you to put their content on your blog in terms of in like a small snippet or something. So that I have always spoken. So if your blog has good this thing, or you have listed in a good way, then they will come and ask for the sponsored content. And online courses, so you can also ask for people, suppose you are into the blogging industry and you say how to write a good description, like you can make tutorials out of your own blog, and then if you have a good rating or this thing, then they will kind of pay you for putting that as well. And ads, a lot of brands put ads on your blog to kind of get paid. Okay, so I think I've spoken a lot, and if there's anything, you can always message me or put in a comment here. I'll be glad to answer, and I hope this session was helpful in some way. And there's a lot to talk about on this topic, but I have tried to cover some of it. So I hope you enjoyed the topic, and if there's any query, you can just put in comments, and I'll be glad to answer them later if I can. Okay, and pleasure meeting all the divas once again, and thanks to Mrs. Diva's community for giving me this chance once again. Okay, bye, see you again.